It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Saints. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from the Superdome. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. He found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, it's Hall.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. The tight end going in motion to the left. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Go to the line now on 2nd and 2. They bring their tight end right. They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, New York. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? This secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers?
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays
play
are
is under
reviewed,
review.
so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. Back to the air one more time. Throwing right, it's taken in. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
He'll drop to throw. That one is caught by the rookie from Oregon. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up fourth down.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Saints offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hall. He'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle's made at the 26-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They put Wilson in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Open man, left side. He's got it. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
It's 1st down, and it's Hall. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
1 quarter in the books. The Jets have the advantage. More from New Orleans after this. 1st and 10. That one caught by Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside. Yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes and that was a
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll throw out of the gun. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Again, here's Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run it with Hall. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. His drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now, faking the give. He's going to tuck it and go.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game that's been full. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Jets offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike, and if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far this has been about as bad as it gets.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Another run here with Hall. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the 1st down. Good run. The drive continues.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. It'll go down as an incompletion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, second and goal. A pitch comes to Hall. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Third and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Junior Colson there to make the stop. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front, as we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Bucks who were able to come in and win one on the road. Devontae Smith, a touchdown catch in the victory. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Tank Dell, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. but there's still plenty of time left for this one
The
to
kickoff
tighten up
team is out on the field.
significantly.
And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain. You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
To the 49-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. That is a big gainer for the Saints. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quick throw, taken in. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That one taken in. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Extra point by Little is good. The Saints get back in it. It is 21-7. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd down, here's Hall. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
Give them 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Going right sideline and complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
In motion comes Andrews. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Now, faking the give. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Quick throw here is complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That is caught for 3. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it's sets up first and goal.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Saints draw closer here. It's 21-14. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the one touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again with Hall. Oh, yeah. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line. They'll turn and hit. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Jets have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. To the right side here, pass is caught. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll throw out of the gun. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air now on 1st. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Jets have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
And he'll get about 5. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
On the give, it's Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll run. This is Hall. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, New Orleans.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
At the Jets' 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
In motion comes Andrews. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's a toss, right side. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall. Now, after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left. And for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On the handoff, here comes Hall. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
The Saints offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. That one intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put Wilson in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They bring a tight end in motion left. They give to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Another run here with Paul. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and 9. Here's Paul from the pistol. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We're about ready now for the punt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
It's 1st down, and it's Paul. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run here with Hall. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch.